Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 3. Fire and dogao against Xiofan and Tim. Now we have mirrored civilizations here. The first of 3 match points of our Brazilian players here. So we will jump into the game. And we got Japanese again. So we saw Japanese in all 3 games. And now Goth as another civilization. So that kind of gets us into a very aggressive game because Goth can't stonewall. And you're kind of forced to play a bit more aggressively. Let's take a look. Fire here. Playing the Goth for his team. Not that he had any choice. Nice defensive gold spot if he wants to go for some aggressive walls. Not really sure how he wants to play this. That's a tweener in between, like you want to wall all this area or you're trying to play it very, very small as here. And on the other side we have dogao as his teammate. The Japanese guy, very open gold spot. Maybe this one would be up for grabs for him. And yeah, that one is very open as well. On the other side we have Tim playing the Goth. And yeah, that looks like a reasonable spot. Kind of open at the front, but still overall reasonable, I would say. On the other side we have Xiofan already getting a deer to the team. Pretty close from his TC. And I did see a lot of deer over here. Indeed, we have 10 deer. That's a sweet start. But I think it won't be much of an effect because it's too far away from his TC. So yeah, it just looks pretty, but won't really be used here. Let's take a look at villagers on wood. We have fire with 4, dogao with 3. He isn't doing the 2. Oh, miss micro, miss micro. Oh, but now it's a bit better. He isn't doing the 2 lumber camp trick. 4 on wood for Tim as well, and 4 on wood for Xiofan, who isn't doing a lumber camp trick as well. So different approaches here. Very far out where Fire actually went to build that house. A bit surprised to see him do that. The dogao setting up some walls as well, using all the early houses. Not the perfect setup here. And yeah, Tim and Xiofan, I can't say they played bad. Game number 1 really was unfortunate with the push this early before in PLH. On the other side, Tim got just a bit outsmarted by Fire, who just went for pure boom and the long defense against the guy who was going for a lot of knights and all the upgrades. And the great eco of the Vikings kicked in. So I can't really fault them for their game losses, but still, after 2 games being down to 0 always feels bad, even if you didn't do too poorly. Why is Tim 2 villagers behind? One of them is Loom, and the other one is... okay, yeah, he's only half a villager behind, but still. That's surprising to me. All the other players without Loom. Oh, this villager is getting down to see. And that's a poor placement, I want to say, but microing the villager front here back as well really gave them the opportunity to plan the ball a bit better. Dogao 5 on food, going for the barracks. That looks like a drush. On the other side we have Tim going for a drush as well. Did he go for stone yet? Nope. Do we see a barracks over here? No, not so far. And Fire isn't going for a drush as well. Should be clicking Loom. Clickety click. And now the barracks of Xiofan, but that has to be after the click up, right? Yeah, that looks like archers. An archer defense here with Xiofan. Pop 23. That's untypical, I would say. Fire still without a single farm. And dogao angles walls. Not sure if he saw actually that he needed to wall over here. Let's take a look at this point of view. And yeah, he should know. Now sending villagers up front. So, oh, he is taking the deers. Even with 5 villagers, that's an untypical one. Normally you can see players go with 3 or 4. But 5 is, yeah, as I said, quite untypical. Or, yeah. But, oh! We did spot the... No, that has to be forward, right? Are they going on deers, or... It has to be forward. And what is this? Will he build a lumber camp, mining camp over here and will build some towers? Yeah, they're not going on deers. That will be an MoA forward. And... I think we'll go unscouted from fire. Or what is he seeing? Did he... Oh, that scout movement looks like he knows. He sees, okay, that wolf is not hurt yet. What did he see? He didn't see the gold. And yeah, he might still just anticipate the drush coming in. And he didn't wall here. Is maybe even parking those sheep here to scout. That would be an interesting move for sure. But yeah, the scout will just do it. On the other side, we have the big aggression over here. Tim going aggressively with 4 of his villagers, trying to do a small skirmish. Xiofan at the same time now coming with M&A. And we can see maybe catching a villager off guard here. And yeah, Fire will lose that villager pretty surely, unless he gets one spearman out. What can we see? Oh, actually stable coming out. And Fire is trying to send in a scout, but Xiofan is in time. Now 4 villagers trying to get into this area. The archery range will get contested, or will maybe even go up. And now the M&A are scaring away those villagers of Fire for shizzle. I'm not really sure what Fire thinks he's doing. And now he gets the bad news and things like, uh-oh, let's get home! And now, yeah, those scouts won't do much. Archery range will go up. He has enough gold over to just go for... archer production here, and Tim is building a tower at the other side. Could be another easy wall up here for dogao if he wants to go for one. And let's take a look. Yeah, he did indeed go for the defensive gold. Still is going for... Oh, he lost the villager up front here. That's very surprising. And the aggression is still alive. I'm not sure if Xiofan should take this fight. 2 villagers of him are there as well. Now he's going for the attack. 1 archer's coming in. 4 villagers at the front as well. Now 2 scouts went down. The tower is helping out of fire. So more aggression. I can hear so many villagers dying. We can count the villager losses later on. Another scout going down. Archer is raining down the villagers of Xiofan. Not getting microed properly at the moment though. And this Archer went down before the scout, so some more micro back for Xiofan is necessary here. Of the low HP villagers being sent back. Nice micro. But an archer, a single archer is doing so much here in those villager fights. Let's take a look at the villager count. It's 2 less for Fire. And... oh, that's an interesting tower. Simply securing his archery range to stay up. And, oh, that's interesting, why Fire actually keeps the scout production. I'm not 100% sure if I like that. I think just going for some skirmisher defense would be a bit better. Let's take a look at the other side. There we have the M&A offense. dogao is, whoopsie, trying to engage here a bit, but Tim actually going with 5 aggressive villagers even. Thought normally it would be 4. Oh, he walled one of his villagers out. But he can simply jump into the tower, and the other tower is protecting it. Great move, a great move. And I want to see another tower come out, and yes, he's delivering. Where is he on stone? Up front here, and he's walled pretty well. Now defensive tower of dogao being rushed in as well. The other side, oh, that's in a very aggressive game here, and very entertaining so far. with all the with the double forward here of our Chinese team, and I think those MoA can do some damage, but should run when the tower is getting up. Actually, micro the villagers back. Is Tim doing it, or if he's just jumping in? Yeah, he's just jumping in. Another tower over here would be a sweetie spot for Tim. And yeah, Xiofan is really going for towers as well. And Fire needs to retreat. Now it's up to 5 scouts even. I didn't expect him to get to that high numbers. Seems like he got a lot of farms and got some idle time as well. He is 6 wilks behind though. Or now 5. So he needs to do some damage. And yeah, that's the starting barracks. So 2 spearmen out. Should scare away all the scouts of Fire here. Maybe Fire should go to the other side, but Tim just perfectly walled. It's looking, yeah, like the best start so far for our Chinese team here. And where's all the army of green, by the way? Ah, running around here, getting out microed against the archers. The tower still doing the damage. Now blacksmith's coming up. That's an untypical decision before actually building anything else. Scouts now coming in, couldn't catch a villager, 1 spearman, and yeah, it seems to be 2 spearmen out. Maybe 1 villager could be taken out, 2 spearmen, and yeah, the micro is pretty good by Fire, but yeah, wasn't enough against 2 spearmen here of Japanese. That's just simply an engagement that you cannot really take. And Fire, after losing 2 scouts, changed against 1 spearman, needs to retreat now and lick his wounds. Seems like it's stabilizing on this side. Dogao is moving some of his villagers. Where are all those up from the front? And now Dogao might be able to return the favor. Let's take a look. 1 defensive tower, 2 defensive towers. I would love to see another defensive tower here in the wood. And then it feels like Tim is secure for now. Maybe Xiofan should go for some defensive towers as well, because Dogao is a wise guy, and when he sees, okay, my guy is towered up, he will just instantly switch to his other enemy, switch targets, and go for some aggression over here. Nearly has been playing poker professionally for some years and still plays once in a while, as far as I know. Indeed! And now more archers here of Xiofan, but he cannot really get any aggression done. Another interesting tower by Fire. 10% protecting the wood. Retreat would be over here, but that's not your typical area where you would go for an aggression. So Fire might go for some counter pressure here. 1 villager down off Tim, maybe 2. Micro back, and the tower will go up. And he's fine. He is fine. Now even getting the market up. And then he could go for Husk Scouts maybe. And that could be some interesting aggression. Fire now doing some damage. The tower did not go up with Xiofan. And maybe he doesn't even have enough stone to get a tower up here in the back. And yeah, those villages in the front should absolutely get the stone. Now let's take a look at Xiofan. He's at 11 stone only. I think he should cancel that tower and build one in the wood. Or at the woods. That's where he's absolutely needed. At the same time, Dogao he's still open. Could get some ratings in, but where is all? Oh, that's something I didn't show you because I wasn't thinking that this was happening. Dogao just suicided all his army. The tower is coming in. Let's see, and Fire is scared away. This is looking pretty damn well for our Chinese team. Villager count is still a bit better for Tim and Xiofan. Not sure if I would have pulled back those crossbows. You have a tower now. Crossbows don't perform too well against skirmishers and scouts. I think just trying to seek for some aggression at the front would have been a bit better. Or maybe just go to the other side would have been an option. Dogao now finally walling here at the side. I think that's a bit late. But late. Oh, Xiofan! I think he could have gotten the speed wall in, but thinks better of it and is going back. He's really getting the goal at the moment to click up. Maybe going... Oh, he's over here as well. We completely missed that. Did Fire spot that area? He did see the gold spot, but didn't spot... Yeah, actual mining. Now, Tim clicking up. And Fire buying himself some food. And selling some wood. So we will see him going up as well pretty soon. The defensive tower coming up as well. For Xiofan. And then we have, I think, Tim going for Huskarls. Look at that, still 5 on stone. Let's take a look. Tim has 360 stone in the bank already, so that's pretty much a guarantee to see Huskarls. And it's tough for dogao to be completely walled. It's tough for him to defend against Huskarls. And yeah, this feels more and more like finally one of the better games here. Xiofan going for the 2 aggressive stables. Let's take a look at Fire sees this. He has no idea. And yeah, he isn't prepared for it. He is going for, let's take a look. Yeah, he has a lot of stone as well, so he's going for Huskarls as well. But might get the raid in first. dogao still didn't click up to Castle Age. Fire trying to X some, but can't really find any damage. Seems like there was a tower attempt here by Tim that we did miss, and a counter tower by dogao. Okay, let's take a look. We have now dogao advancing to Castle Age as well. Pretty late, but yeah, what can you do? The aggression was pretty strong here. Nice aggressive towers, and M&A aggression is always tough to handle. I can hear units dying, but that skirmishes against the towers. No villager ratings here at all. And that's the X of yellow actually. So Tim is building the castle over here. Let's take a look. dogao should see this. And yeah, then it's not possible to wall at all. And now dogao is forced to go for knights as well to keep himself safe. But going for knights means, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe those villagers need to wall themselves against the scouts. 1 quick wall, 2 quick wall, 3 quick wall. And they're safe, but archers now coming in as well. They need to get more HP, so they can jump into the tower and defend against the archers. Take a look, those skirmishers should jump into the tower as well. And that's heavy losses here for Fire and dogao. They're trying to prevent the castle from going up, but the tower placement is just simply too damn good. At the same time, you can see light calf coming in. What happened here? They didn't have enough gold to go for knights. Now, oh, and look at this. Monastery coming in, and that's against this amount of light cap, and those walls aren't up. What is Fire actually doing here? And at the same time, Tim will get his castle up, and then we have the raid coming in, pretty sure. Defensive siege work, so that's a bit of a surprise to me. Xiofan now coming in, and oh god, so many villagers going down, and that seems more like doubt building a castle than actually Fire. How many villagers going down here? And that's now Fire going down to 32 villagers. dogao not very high as well. And yeah, it felt like a Chinese win for such a long time. And now it couldn't look better. It could not look better. Fire denying the TC here with 2 skirmishers against 5 villagers coming around. dogao now going for crossbows. Needs to defend it. I think he needs to mix in knights, and Japanese knights is not what you really want to go for, but at the moment it feels like that's his only option against the Huskarl threat here. Sending Huskarls at home, really fearing some aggression of dogao, but where are the experts of dogao? I don't even know. And they're going to the other side, trying to help out against the castle, but so many more villagers going down. Even a ram knocking down this, and look at how many villagers are dying. We're now down to 27 villagers. Oh god, what am I saying? 24 and counting. More towers helping out. The ram is going down, and look at what Fire. How many HP? 91%, and dogao is now helping out. More villagers coming in. The crossbow should focus fire. The castle will go up, but more villagers dying. And now we have fire down to 17 villagers. And that castle being up doesn't help too much in the long run if you're down to now 18 villagers. So he's crawling back. Oh god, he at least has 2 TCs, but what can he do? He can't. Even if all his 19 villagers would be on food, he couldn't keep up with Haskell production and 2 TC production, but he needs to be on gold and wood as well. He's still on stone. More raids coming in, and they're doing everything right, but now the Haskell raid on the other side is coming in. Haskell's being +1/+2 against the +0/+1 of dogao here. Defensive castle is up for fire, so that's a good thing to give him some breathing room, but he simply cannot use it at this very moment. Knight's not clearing up what Tim was throwing at him, but but that's pretty good for him. Siege workshop now aggressively as well. Let's take a look at extra TCs. 2 extra TCs actually for Tim. No extra TCs for Xiofan, 2 extra TCs for dogao as well, and Fire has an extra TC, but he's still at pop 26, and that's including 4 Huskarls, so feels bad, man. Oh, not 3 Huskarls. Not 4 Huskarls. 3 Huskarls and 1 Scout. Huskar rating is now real, and that's a big problem with this castle placement. You have to be safe over here, and you're open over here. So, monk defense is actually proven to be very good against Huskars. They aren't that fast, and yeah, easily convertible. Xiofan is keeping up the aggression, keeping up the raid. And I'm not really sure how Fire actually feels in this game. dogao probably says, we still have a chance. I have 60 villagers. I'm defending here. I'm getting relics home. But in all honesty, yeah, he's holding. And in the long run. And yeah, if we count TCs, Brazil's ahead. But look at that sweet 26 here. Haskell's now coming in for the defense. Some knights going down. Xiofan, I'm not really sure why he's focusing on the market here. I think he should have... Oh, that's a lot of knights out here. dogao now chain barding armor as well. Trying to take better fights against the Huskars. Did Tim actually research fletching here to attack the TC, or did he have it before? I'm not 100% sure. dogao now sending some crossbows in range of the castle and running into the Huskars. Not the greatest engagement I've ever seen from dogao here, but that's reasonable defense. Monks helping out, nice defense from the knights. At the same time, we have Fire trying to save the second TC. Dr. Slow actually said in the chat he needs a second castle at his second TC, and wasn't trying to make a joke, but actually, yeah, he would have needed one if he wanted to save this tower. I mean the CC, and therefore all his villagers. And yeah, he just crawled back to 30 villagers, and I think he will drop again. Now back to 25-ish, I would say, or even 26. And this is GG for quite some time, and finally they realize and tab out here, and we have the Chinese team on the scoreboard after an interesting double forward, and just a very fortunate timing here by Xiofan that he was up a bit earlier than Fire. Fire couldn't get up the defense. Knight ran in, got some kills over here, did deny that castle, and that Xiofan, luckily with the towers, was able to do a great job. On the other side we had Tim against dogao. I would say it felt pretty even here. Especially if dogao now would have gotten a castle out and would have went for Janissaries. I think it would have been a possible hold. So yeah, you can basically look at Fire's timeline. He reached Castle Age, was trying to get the castle up, and BAH! That was his end. Society, Fire 38, feels bad, man. And I don't want to bash too much on him. But yeah, that didn't look too great for him. But they're still leading 2-1. I'm excited to see how game 4 and potential game 5 will go. We will have now pick